Hello everyone, and welcome to Chatter Mom. I'm your host, Kimberly Bachman. Today's topic is nutritional needs. The choices that you make when feeding your child has a great impact on their health and their weight. Today I'm inviting nutritionist Jeanette Kimszal to our show to help us make better eating choices. So let's chat. Jeanette, thank you so much for taking the time to come on my show.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about what you do.
Well, I have a certification from the Academy of Dietetics and Nutrition.
Okay.
I just finished school last May, and I really love working with kids. I have experience doing nutrition interventions, as well as just, kind of teaching education to different groups of people. And then I also really love kids because they're just great to work with. They're so energetic and fun, and they always are up for learning new stuff about nutrition.
Yeah, and it's good to learn at a young age, so when they get older, they're good eaters,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Okay. Jeanette, tell me, what are the benefits from breastfeeding versus bottle feeding?
Well, there's a lot of benefits to breastfeeding. Some of them include just helping the baby healthier. A lot of times children will get ear infections or other diseases, and they've have studies that have shown that breastfed babies are a little bit healthier and won't have as many ear infections. Another thing is cost. Formula is very expensive sometimes.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Definitely.
I spend about $50 a week on formula. Continue.
So,
I'm broke.
Yeah, I know, it's a problem. So basically, you're cutting costs in your own pocket, but as well as, you're also helping the environment and not wasting so many plastic containers all the time. So, that's a benefit for yourself and
I never
society.
thought about that.
So, that, and then also, it's also a nice way to bond with your baby. I feel like you have a special connection when you breastfeed.
I do agree with that.
And then also, you can also even just pump, and then someone else could still have that connection, bottle feeding the baby. That's from
Like the husband?
Yeah, exactly.
The husband could be a part of the show?
Yeah, he doesn't have to be left out all the time.
Okay. So I've actually done my research and realized that when it comes to preschoolers, proportions is definitely key. Can you emphasize on the importance of it?
Yeah, it's really important to make sure you're eating the right portion sizes, because oftentimes people don't realize how much they're eating, and they're giving their children all this food, and then they're wondering, why is the child gaining weight? I mean, they are growing at this stage, and they do need to get between about 1,000 to 1,400 calories depending on how active they are and what kind of exercise they're doing, activities and different things. But portion size is really important, because a lot of times I think when you go out to eat, you don't really realize how much food you're actually consuming. And even at home sometimes I think people just kind of dish out stuff, and they don't really think about the portion sizes.
Well, I really think it goes to servings. Really, how are you supposed to know 2 to 3 servings? How are you really supposed to know that?
Yeah, it is kind of hard, but I've come to find that if I look at something as an example, you can look at they say you take the palm of your hand and you can say okay, well, this is a cup inside your hand. So you can say, and also children, I think they have a couple tablespoons should be a serving size.
Right.
It's based on their age. So if they're 3, they should have 3 tablespoons of something.
Yeah. Well, I know obesity is a big issue in the United States, and I guess what it really comes down to is proportions.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so we really need to get that under wraps at a young age to help our children grow healthy and have a healthy weight.
And we need to have more regulations on companies that are putting food labels out there, because a lot of times people don't realize the serving size is just one thing, and then there's if they eat the whole box, that's 4 times
I'm
the
totally
serving
guilty.
size.
I have to say, I don't read labels. I need to start. So if you don't read labels, please start, because apparently it's very important. Yeah. What role can parents actually play in helping their children maintain a healthy weight?
I think that parents have a really big role in that. They, not only, I think the children are going to see their parents as role models, and if the parents aren't really active and doing anything, the kids aren't going to be doing anything. So I think, kids should parents should, think about activities that they like to do as a family, whether it's going to the park, riding bikes, something, maybe even just kind of reducing the amount of time that they sit down and watch TV or on the computer or tablets.
And that's like the problem with today, because, technology has taken over and kids are like, glued to like an electronic. And, it's sad because I remember when I was a kid, I was never home. I was out and I came home when the streetlights were on. But things are, definitely changed, and I guess parents really need to step up their role and be good role models.
And I know it's also hard because parents a lot of times are, both parents are working. Nobody's home really to like be with the kids, and the kids are just watching TV. And like, I think they really do need to take time, even if it's just like once or twice a week. I think that would
get out
and be active and, try and maybe eventually just slowly increase the amount of days that you do that.
And make it just part of your like everyday routine.
Exactly.
That's a good idea. So I know when I food shop, my bill is like normally like $300 and I'm shopping for a family of 4, hence one child takes formula. But I know that food shopping can get very costly. How can you eat healthy on a budget?
Well, there's a lot of things you can do. You can go through, before you go to the store, I would say planning is a very important role in saving money at the grocery store, because if I know, even for me, if I just go in there without a list, I wind up spending a lot of money.
You buy more things than what you need.
Exactly. So, I think planning is the biggest thing. And then, you can look at circulars and see what's on sale. And also, if you like to eat produce, buy what's in season, because a lot of times, things are being shipped from other countries and those are more expensive because it's not like, we have strawberries in January when they're not in season here and they're going to be like more expensive.
I never even thought of that. But I did notice that I do all of my like vegetables and my fruits. I go to the fresh market.
Yeah.
And I save a ton of money that way.
Definitely.
And I actually shop online. I refuse to go to the food store with 2 young children. So I go on ShopRite.com. I pay the extra $20 and I have it delivered to my door. And by doing that, I've noticed I've been saving at least $100 every time I food shop.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I was actually just going to suggest the online shopping.
It's like my best friend. And the hour that you take in the store, it's the same. I sit at home while the girls are napping, 1 hour, food shopping done, and it's delivered in 3 hours.
And you can say, okay, well, I don't need this. I'm going to take it off my list, and I know exactly how much I'm spending before I even check out.
Yeah, so moms, if you're not doing that, I highly suggest start shopping online. It's the best thing invented.
Yes. Another thing you could do also is just even store brands sometimes are a little bit cheaper, I've noticed.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I don't
really on the week.
I don't really get like store brands. Like, I know if you go to Pathmark now, it's like America's Choice. I actually thought it was a company. I didn't even realize it was Pathmark brand.
I know, it's kind of funky, right?
Yeah, and I shop what's on like sale. I'm a sale shopper. But hey, desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Yes, any way you can save $1.
So now we're going to have some fun, and we're going to share 2 recipes with you. Mornings can be the craziest time, especially when you have to get ready for work and you got to get the kids ready to get out the door. So here is a quick recipe. You can mix low-fat yogurt with some whole grain cereal and serve with a glass of orange juice. Breakfast done.
Okay. Another great recipe for busy moms is to blend fat-free milk, frozen strawberries, and a banana for 30 seconds, and then enjoy with a bran muffin.
All right. So for more information on shopping, cooking, and eating, you can visit kidseatright.org. It's a website from the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics and its foundation. Jeanette, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your expertise on nutrition with us, and for giving all of your insight on eating healthy and keeping a healthy weight.
Thank you for having me.
Nutrition plays a key role in your everyday life. I hope you start making better nutritional choices for your family to stay healthier and to maintain a healthy weight. For the Jeanette, what's your favorite number?
6.
So for the 6th person who comments on this episode is going to receive some free recipes from us to help your family get started on a healthier you. This is Chatter Mom. I'm Kimberly Bachman. See you next time.